Okay, let's go to Jaroslaw Strozyk now. He's the former director at the Polish Military Intelligence Service, joining us from Wrocław in Poland. Jaroslaw, good to have you on the program. The U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is currently in Israel speaking to his counterpart. What do you think will be the main talking points here? Is it going to be all about the military support that Israel can expect from the U.S.?
Yeah, I believe that could be both directions, I would say, political and military. Trying to insist on Israeli side to have very careful considerations if there is a need for the ground operation. But on the other hand, we know that Israel is demanding a heavy flow of ammunition and supplies from US to include guided ammunition and some kind of heavy bombs that are very much needed for this kind of operation. But first of all, I believe this is also a crucial meeting for the starting point of operation. Be careful. Don't push too much.
What do you mean by that? Be careful, don't push too much, because we heard yesterday Blinken saying you have to be mindful of civilian casualties, but so far it doesn't seem like Israel has done that.
Yes, that's the point. The fully mindful of civilian casualties. If there is a real need to clear the Gaza Strip or part of Gaza Strip, so that is the main word. You have to be careful in this area. You know this very well from Turkish point of view and Middle East point of view. So this is a very sensitive operation if it starts.
This operation, if we look at it just in terms of a military sense, we have seen the buildup now of tanks along the border. We've seen the buildup of troops, reservists, 300,000 being called up. When is it likely that a ground operation would start? Is it something that would normally be done in the evening, not in daylight, where everybody can see what's happening, or under darkness is a better way of conducting such an operation? Just talk us through the very military tactics of how this would be done.
Of course, this 300,000 troops, it's not only for a possible Gaza operation. This is also the full mobilization of Israeli defense forces, also needed for deterrence at this stage of other directions, mainly north direction. But to your question, as far as purely military standpoint, there is no good point for any urban area operation. This is the most heavy part of the military craft. And this is really very dangerous and very possible more casualties from Israeli side. Let's not forget some operations in Iraq by American soldiers, mainly in Fallujah. This is the most heavy, and there is no good way either in the night. It's even more heavy for the troops on the ground, and in the daylight you always don't want to have possible pictures of such kind of operation. But at first of all, you have to clear house by house, apartment by apartment. So it takes days, it takes casualties on both sides, and that's coming to the first question. Is it really needed, especially now that we have so much artillery shelling of Gaza Strip, which could result of clear the possible threats from that area?
Jaroslaw, what are Israel's military capabilities? Are they a strong military country? Of course, most Israelis do have to go through military service, but what are their capabilities long term?
Israeli defense forces are fully capable of each operation, from those small operations, special forces operation, to urban area. But as I said, there is no army, there is no ground forces in the world that could provide a full-scale urban area operation without casualties. So this is the matter of your risk. This is a matter of the threat perception. but Israeli defense forces are fully capable of each operation. But as we saw, it doesn't mean that you will avoid casualties on your side. But after those Hamas atrocities on the civilian side, there is a full, I would say, full mind on Israeli side to provide or to carry on such operation. Of course, Israeli defense forces need some additional resources, some additional capabilities that could be provided by U.S. forces, mainly ammunition, guided ammunition, the surplus of ammunition for the Iron Dome, but it's quite easily done so far.
We see support coming in from the United States, military support as well. Do you think that other countries will also be able to offer Israel military support if they need it and if they ask for it? And which countries are possibly likely to do that?
We heard some news about requests from Israeli side to some European countries, namely Germany and possibly others. That's very sensitive, again, from the political standpoint. But I couldn't deny any options or supplies from those countries, but it won't be so open, I would say. But this is still possible to provide some supplies for Israeli defense forces. But let's not forget that after this almost 2 years of Russian aggression on Ukraine, some depots are quite empty. So that is also the concern for Israeli defense forces.
Jaroslaw Strozyk, thank you so much for your insight. Appreciate it.